The Canadian woman who threatens to poison Yorubas and Benin people in a viral video have been arrested by the Canadian police. The woman that threatened Yoruba people and Benin people that she's going to poison them in Canada has been arrested. This woman created a lot of controversy in Nigeria, which led to some crisis in Lagos, where the Yorubas were telling the Igbos to leave Lagos and go back to their hometown. Before we dive deep into the news, I'm going to read out the news for you guys to hear before we can go deep into what the news is talking about. A Nigerian woman based in Canada by the name Amaka Sonnberger has been arrested by the Canadian police for threatening to poison Yoruba and Benin people in a viral video. This development was announced in a press statement issued by the Toronto police on their website, revealing that the suspect will be arraigned in court. The statement reads, "The Toronto Police Service is making the public aware of an arrest made in a suspected hate-motivated threatening investigation. On Wednesday, August 28, 2024, Toronto police received a call for a threatening incident. It is alleged that the accused posted online content on or about August 25, 2024, threatening death to specific members of the Nigerian community. On Sunday, September 24th, Toronto police arrested Amaka Sonnberger. She has been charged with uttering threats. This investigation is being treated as a suspected hate-motivated offense. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police. When suspected hate-motivated offenses are reported to the police, the investigation could be led by a divisional investigator with the support of the hate crime unit, or in some cases will be investigated exclusively by the HCU. If it is alleged a criminal offense was committed, such as assault or mischief, or it is believed to have been motivated by bias, prejudice, or hate, the officer in charge may consult with the Crown. If a person is charged and convicted of the offense, the judge will take into consideration hate as an aggravating factor when imposing a sentence. Willful promotion of hatred and advocating genocide are hate propagandas, that is, hate speech offenses, which requires the Attorney General's consent to lay charges. These charges are often laid at a later time. In a viral video, Amaka Sonnberger, who was noted as living in Ontario, Canada, said she would begin to poison the food and water of Nigerians immediately after she got to her place of work. Hours after the threat went viral, the chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, petitioned Honorable Patrick Brown, Mayor of Brampton, Canada, regarding the threat to kill Yoruba and Benin people. Speaking in pidgin language, Amaka Sonnberger said, "Record me very well. It is time to start poisoning the Yorubas and the Benins. Put poison in all your foods at work. Put poison in all your water so that you all will start dying one by one. You people will not die one day. You people will fall sick for a long time. I will put otapiapia, rat poison, inside your water and food. you people will never get well. This kind of hatred I have for you people will last forever. In all your foods, I will put otapiapia, as others at the meeting reminded her of other poisons, including eat and die sniper. I will put them in all your foods if I go to work tomorrow. I will put it in Yoruba people's food. Go and tell the government that I am in Canada. I am in Ontario. Hurry up, go fast, she added. This was the statement that this woman made in Canada, Ontario, which has created a lot of controversy in Nigeria. She said that she's going to poison Yoruba people and Benin people in Canada, that she's going to put rat poison, which is otapiapia, in their food and drink so that they will eat and die. This woman said so many things that is not even good for the ear to hear. So many things that she's going to poison Benin and Yoruba people. So this statement created a lot of controversy in Nigeria. The Nigerian Diaspora Commissioner Abike Dabiri Erewa, however, after hearing the voice note of Amaka, petitioned Honorable Patrick Brown, that is the mayor of Brampton in Canada, regarding the threat to kill Yoruba and Benin people, saying that if the woman is not arrested, this might cause a lot of havoc in Nigeria. I believe this is what triggers the Canadian government to swift into action, thereby arresting the woman. Amaka Patience Sonnberger, a Nigerian woman based in Canada, was arrested by Toronto police for threatening to poison Yoruba and Benin people in a viral video. She threatened to poison Yoruba and Benin people, saying that the hatred she has for them is too much. She said that when she goes to work the next day, she's going to put rat poison in their food and drink so that they will drink, eat, and die.
Well, now that Amaka Sonnberger has now been arrested, this is in fact great news from the Toronto police for tracking and arresting her swiftly. Don't you agree?
Yes, this is the best thing to do. You don't wait until the person carries out the threat before you take action. In all decent societies, hate speech is not condoned. Hate speech led to the Rwandan pogrom.
1994.
In which more than 1 million people died. People were on radio spreading hate about other people, calling for the slaughter of other people. We saw the end product. And today, the Rwandan people have emerged strongly from that adversity. Today in Rwanda, you can't call yourself a Hutu or a Tutsi person. You are simply a Rwandan. If you try that, you go to jail. The country has zero tolerance for hate-filled ethnic divisions or even killings. So I believe that Amaka could have been triggered by maybe similar hate-filled vituperations by other people, but that does not insulate you against the laws of the land. If you are triggered by anyone saying negative things about your race, you cannot respond in kind in the way that she has done. Because I've heard people say, oh, the Yorubas have been saying such things. That they've been saying such things does not mean that you are even you are in a foreign land.
True.
You are not a citizen by reason of your birth. In the eyes of the Canadian people, you are still a foreigner.
But she claimed immunity.
She said she claimed that she cannot be deported.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was the point that she made, that because some people claimed that she had been arrested and she would be deported. She then said, no, that I'm in my house. Let them come and arrest me.
Such confidence.
Yes, she felt that as a citizen, that she could not be deported. But the truth is, citizenship that is not by birth can be revoked.
True.
Although I do not believe that this particular case can lead to revocation of citizenship. I'm
According
just saying,
to the laws.
Yes, because they are probably going to jail her. You go get a life sentence, and they could even make her do community service and all that, or a suspended sentence. The point that I'm making is, your citizenship can be revoked if you commit some grave offenses. I've seen it done in other countries. Somebody, look at the case of the Nigerian grandson. He too was saying a lot, hate-filled speeches being made about fellow Nigerians. Invariably, grandson was arrested in the UK and jailed. This is a lesson to our people.
Another person is Simon Ekpa.
Simon Ekpa is still roaming about in Finland, spreading hate amongst our people and instigating people to violence. The Finnish authorities have not done anything about this matter.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, but the point that I'm making is, Nigerians, especially the Igbos and the Yorubas, the hatred that both tribes are demonstrating against one another, especially on social media. I've never seen anything like that.
Now,
there should be we should not hate ourselves so much. And I can see a linkage between the level of hatred that the Igbos and the Yorubas and superiority contest, needless, sheepish superiority contest between both tribes. There's a linkage between what's going on and the 2023 election.
Okay.
But the point that I'm making, which I also suggested on my YouTube program, Issues with Jide, is that leaders of thought in both ethnicities, this is the time for them to come together and say, look, enough. We are one people, united by our nation. There is no reason why we should hate ourselves this much. If somebody steals something in South Africa, we first go and check his ethnicity. If it is a Yoruba person, Igbos on social media will rise in a wave and start referring to his ethnicity. If it happens
the other way around,
the other way is the same thing that you get. They'll say, okay, see, we told you now, this is what they are doing. We need to stop this nonsense. We need to stop it, and even taking it to another country. It's what I never expected.
It is sad.
You know, we've got to find a way to rein in this level of hatred, because things can degenerate if we don't do something about it. So that's why I suggested maybe a kind of, in the past we had Southern People Summit. Why can't we have a summit of Yoruba leaders and Igbo leaders where they will come together? If the young people who are spreading hate on social media, if they see their leaders, their elders come together
as one,
you know, embracing one another and saying, look, gentlemen, let us forget the past. We are one people. I'm sure that it will go a long way to ease this pain. Because recently some Yorubas too said the Igbos should be expelled from Lagos. What is all that nonsense?
I saw that.
I'm happy the governor came out quickly to say, no, we do not support. And we too came on our program to say, we do not support it. If you say you want to banish Igbos from, what do you do with people like Chris Kende Wandu?
All right, talking about Chris.
What do we do with people like him? Intermarriage has happened between us.
All right, CKN, is this enough to act as a deterrent for others who might want to try such thing?
First and foremost, on behalf of the crew, let me formally welcome you to the program, the program of choice.
Thank you, exactly.
You have washed your hands so clean that you are joining the elders.
Yeah.
as Chino Achebe said in his book, Things Fall Apart.
Thank you.
So I welcome you.
Thank you.
That aside, just as BK rightly said, I'm caught in between this debacle as it is. I have an Igbo father, I have a Yoruba mother. And that in itself, at times you ask yourself, where do I belong? Is it the Yoruba race or the... I claim the two. Where it becomes convenient for me, but I'm a Nigerian. Yes.
You are a Ghanaian.
Yes.
You know you claim the land of your mother.
Yes, of course, mother. Yes, that's Ghana. Then back to what we are discussing. The statement made by Amaka is one of the most irresponsible statements I've ever heard. Whatever the provocation, we didn't get to that. And that is why I like the statement issued by Mr. Peter Obi immediately. He seems to be the only Igbo leader that come out to condemn that statement in its entirety. So I really like what he said. But just like Biki also said, Amaka said us somewhere across Nigeria. But in the past few months, we've seen that kind of narrative across board, where we've seen ethnic profiling, calling of names, all sorts of threats and rest. And we have always warned that we have to checkmate this. And it's so sad that despite most of the people that have been making this comment, none have been arrested. And I've always said it time and time within Nigeria. And I said it, the problem we have in Nigeria is that not be able to arrest people, prosecute them as a deterrent. Because when you do, it sends signals. See what the Canadians did. The person that was threatening was a Nigerian, or is a Nigerian. The people that she was threatening are Nigerians. They are not even Canadians. But the Canadian authority knew, and they tracked the essence of it. They track her down, and she's going to be prosecuted.
Now let's look at, in Nigeria, we have the Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Yeah,
I see all sorts of shenanigans go on social media online.
You know,
are Nigerians truly aware of the contents of that act?
You know,
for them to be doing such.
You know, yes, most of them don't know, and I've said it on this program. When I've been saying it, when we leave here, BK will say, "Oh, you are once an ex-convict." Yes, because I was the first Nigerian to be tried on that act. That act was enacted in 20. In fact, that was one of the reasons why I went back to school to read law. That law was enacted in 2015 and was signed into law by the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, just few hours before. It was one of those 100 laws that he quickly signed as he was leaving. And I was arrested for something I posted on social media. And I was kept at a Kiriki prison for close to 3 weeks before I was eventually released and the charges were. Most Nigerians don't know the implications of what they are doing. They don't know the implications of what they are doing. You just see somebody just go to social media just because he has a China phone. You just and he has 1,000 naira or 500 naira. You just go and go and see what is good. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is even worse. And you ask yourself, some of these people say, if they see you, most of them when they see us, they can't even look at you straight in you. You can't. They can't. No. So the message I'm saying is that let's just take a leap from what has happened in Canada. So that subsequently, we need to start arresting people here in Nigeria that are doing the same and forming this empire of hatred.
Because of our time, maybe in 30 seconds, let me give you, how do we strengthen our diversity? Maybe in just 30 seconds.
Yes, I think the leaders have a big role to play. Our leaders have enjoyed dividing us. Some of them have been very responsible in the way they sow seeds of discord between our people. That has to stop.
That has to stop.
They must take concrete steps on their own to try and bring everyone together. And it's possible. Yeah. It's possible.
Okay. All right. Just in 2 seconds.
No, he has said it all. He has said it all. What I just feel is that even our leaders also take advantage of such situations, especially during politics, to be able, and they should stop dividing us.
Okay. The arrest followed a complaint about a video posted in August 25th, 2024, where Sonnberger threatened to poison food and water to harm specific members of the Nigerian community, especially the Yorubas and the Benin. Sonnberger Amaka, who is currently 46 years old, was charged with uttering threats and is scheduled to appear in court at the Ontario Court of Justice. However, the investigation is being treated as a hate-motivated offense with the potential for hate to be considered an aggravating factor if Amaka Sonnberger is convicted. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, led by Abike Dabiri Erewa, however, petitioned the mayor of Brampton in Canada regarding the threat, highlighting the severity of the situation, saying that if Amaka is not arrested, this might cause a lot of havoc in Nigeria. That is why the Canadian police swift into action. So the Canadian police have arrested the woman whose name is Amaka, who threatened to poison Yoruba and Benin people, which is Edo people, in a viral video. Amaka had previously boasted about her Canadian citizenship, believing it will protect her, but right now she is facing the legal consequences alone. She felt that being a Canadian citizen is going to protect her. She feels that since she's a Canadian citizen, nobody can do anything to her. She has the right to say whatever she wants to say in Canada. Nobody can do anything to her. Unfortunately for her, the Canadian police have arrested her, and right now she's going to face the legal consequences alone. The Toronto police confirmed her arrest and revealed that she will be arraigned in court, and if found guilty, she might be sentenced to prison. The investigation is being treated as a hate-motivated offense, which could result in severe legal penalties, including the potential loss of her Canadian citizenship, which means if she's found guilty and prosecuted, she might lose her Canadian citizenship. That is to say, after serving her prison terms, she will be deported back to Nigeria. This woman boasted in Canada that no one can arrest her, that she's too big for that, not knowing that the world is closely watching her. Imagine inciting hate speech, trying to cause havoc in a country that is already suffering of conflict by the government and terrorists. Honestly speaking, this case should be treated with carefulness, because the woman needs to pay for what she has done, because for her to make such statement, honestly speaking, it is wrong to make such a statement that she's going to poison Yoruba and Edo people with rat poison, that she's going to sprinkle the poison in their food and drink so that they will eat and die. And nobody knows whether if this woman is working in a restaurant, because the way she was speaking alongside with some people that were, advising her, it looks like she's working in a restaurant or in a hotel, because the way she stated that when she goes to work the next day, she's going to sprinkle rat poison in their food and drink so that they will eat, drink, and die. But right now, she's facing the drum alone. Those people that have been motivating her, encouraging her to keep it up, have abandoned her. And if she is convicted, she might lose her Canadian citizenship. That is the fact, because if you are convicted in Canada, your Canadian citizenship will be forfeited. That is to say, when she completes her prison terms, she will be deported. She will be deported to Nigeria. Honestly speaking, the leaders in Nigeria need to address the growing ethnic tension and mutual hatred on social media to prevent further escalation. Social media was invented to create socialization, not to create hatred, because what is happening right now on social media is alarming, where people will start bullying others. We call it cyber bullying. So this woman should pay for the crime she has committed, because this is a crime. How can she boast that she's going to put rat poison in somebody's food to eat and die? And she was saying it with boldness, that the hatred she has for the Yorubas and the Benin is too much. Imagine someone making such statement. Unfortunately, she has been arrested and she's going to dance to the beat of her rhythm. So that is all I have for you in this news update. If you love this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and come back for more updates. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day.